Hey guys, this is Audio Monkey. Welcome to my page. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this Afrobeat instrumental, smooth Afrobeat instrumental. And if you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. I drop all these videos where I break down Afrobeat instrumentals and I show you my techniques and how to basically make nice beats in FL Studio 20. So without wasting much time, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to show you the instruments I used to create this beat. I'm going to show you how I, lay out the sounds and how I used effects, what effects I use and everything. So when I was making this beat, the first thing I came up with was a chord progression, right? I wanted to make something that sounded like I'm a big fan of Omah, so I wanted to make something that fits his style of music, which is like Afro beats, but his music tends to be kind of dark and melancholic, that kind of thing. So I had to get some chords, and I came up with this chord progression actually, and this is what it sounds like. An instrument I used to do this is contact. This is 40's keys, 40's very own keys. It's a really nice contact bank. It has a lot of nice R&B sounds and nice E pianos basically, and really good for R&B, Afro pop, all those kind of things. So this was the first thing I did, and I used the same notes and I used it in another instrument, which was like a pad, and I bounced it out in a WAV file to the playlist, and this is what the pad sounds like. No, sorry, this is what the pad sounds like. So when I did that, when I had those two things, I knew that, okay, I have a nice chord progression, and the next thing was to get drums. So like I always, or most times like I do, I went to my library and I got this cool Afrobeats drum loop that I really like. And it's kind of like an Afro swing type of bounce, but this is what it sounds like. So I knew that, okay, nice groove, and I had to just continue building. And I got this Rhodes sample. It's a random sample in the key of D minor, and it fits the chord progression, and this is what it sounds like. So I put this at different sections of the beat just to kind of like beef it up and add to the soul of it and everything. And the intro, which is the first 8 bars, is basically these two parts, the drum loop, and I put a bass line. And I used a Reese bass actually, and this is what it sounds like. I'm gonna mute the drum so you can hear it really well. So that's a Reese bass from Serum, my pretty much like one of my top 3 VSTs. I love that VST so much. Really nice, rich sounds. So that was what I did. And at the end of the intro, just to transition it, I put this vocal effect from Exhale, a contact bank. I cut out all the lows, put some reverb on it, and that's basically my intro, guys. So of course I had this effect at the beginning when the beat kicks in. So so that's the first section. And just before it goes out, I also put this drum roll that I got from a friend of mine, a producer, and this is what it sounds like. Really nice. So it really transitioned the beat nicely into the other section of the beat, which is like the verse. And the verse has a different bass line. And as you can see, guys, there's this reoccurring vocal sample, vocal chop. Very low, a bit distorted, has some delay and some reverb, quite a lot of chorus too, quite a lot of effects going on here. And I put that, I liked it. I got this sample, it's a random sample from my library, and I used this software called ADSR Sample Manager, and I want to actually show you guys what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in one of these mixer tracks. Okay, no, I'm just gonna pull in a new one. Where is it? Okay, here it is. And this is a really helpful tool, guys. For me personally, what I usually do is when I'm producing a beat and I know that my beat is in a key, like the key of D minor, for instance, ADSR Sample Manager basically helps me search for sounds in the specific key of my project, sounds I already have on my hard drive. So I can basically just go here and type D M-I-N, which is D minor, and I press enter. And as you can see, a whole bunch of samples on my library. Already, these are sounds that are already on my library. I've scanned my library with the ADSR Sample Manager, and it brings out all these random sounds I have on my hard drive in the key of D minor, and I can easily drag all these samples, either of them, and I can solo them, listen to what they sound like, and I can drag them into my playlist and use them in my project. So basically, that was how I was able to get most of all these sounds that I have scattered across my playlist. And when I put that, I was really, really liking how it sounded, because it just gives it this cool, chill R&B, Afro pop vibe. And we go to the verse. So this is what the verse sounds like. I took out some of the other keys and I put just the pads and a different bass line. So this is what the verse sounds like. So I'm going to allow you to just hear the drums and the bass alone. That is from Silent. I love that. Really cool VST. And guys, that is basically the variation I put for the verse. Of course, I have the pads. And my effects are coming. This is another really cool effect I got and put in the beat that changed the whole vibe of the beat. And like I said earlier, I used my ADSR Sample Manager to locate the sample, random sample on my hard drive, my sample library, and it fit. And I just put it as like an impact effect kind of thing, and it sounds really nice. Like when you listen to it with the chord progression, I'm gonna play just two of that so that you can hear what I'm talking about. And I have some delay on it, some reverb basically, but there was already some delay on it and it just fit perfectly. So I put that like every 8 bars, And so guys, that's basically it for the verse. This section is the pre-hook And what I did was I just reintroduced the keys I used at the last 4 bars of the intro, and I brought those keys to the second 8 bars of the, like the verse section, which is now like the pre-hook. And I just built that up into the hook. So this is what it sounds like, this section. And it goes into another verse, guys. So basically, this is how I made this nice beat. As you can see, guys, there's not so much going on here. And the reason why it's so easy for me to cook up beats so quickly is because I've been able to, over the years, get a lot of sounds that are really relevant to my specific style of music. A lot of drum loops, drum fills. These are drum loops, and a lot of them I created myself in previous projects, and I've exported them to WAV files so that I can just easily reuse them in my projects. And it's really sped up my work process. I don't have to always sequence stuff in the step sequencer and make drums from scratch. And also, I use a lot of Melodyne to score out chord progressions from songs I like, and I take out the chords and I reuse them in my own productions, guys. So, music production is all about creativity, and Afrobeat production is also a lot about creativity. So that was how I was able to make this beat, guys. And the last section I want to show you guys, basically, this is just like the bridge. And I took out the drums, and that was after the second hook came in. After the second hook came in, I put the bridge or interlude, whichever one you want to call it. And after that, there was an outro. So I'm going to go to the bridge, and I'm going to play the bridge. From the ending of the hook, I'm going to play the bridge and the outro. So I want you guys to take note, pay attention to some little things here that are really important. If you notice, I have not so many instruments in this beat, but I'm careful to always arrange the beats in a certain way where everything is not playing at the same time. Like, I have this bass line and the pads at the intro. I have the keys coming in at the second part of the 8 bars. And when the verse comes in, I take out the keys and I leave just the pad and use a different bass. When the pre-hook comes in, I reintroduce the keys. And when the hook comes in, I leave the pad, the keys, and I leave the wrist bass. And also, I have these effects, these vocal effects from Exhale. So it's really important, guys, when you are making beats, you have to always arrange your beats in a certain way that it makes it nice for the artist or someone to perform on it. You just have to arrange the beats and structure it. So these are techniques you can incorporate into your own projects. So guys, I hope you really liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you've learned some stuff from this video. It's your boy Audio Monkey once again. Keep it locked, guys. I'll be dropping more stuff for you. I dropped 2 drum kits, 100% free. Those 2 drum kits contain over 60 drum loops, high quality drum loops, Afro beats, Afro swing, dancehall, reggaeton, and really nice sounds, 100% free. So check out my page and you can copy it. I'll leave the links to the drum kits in the description also. And I'll be leaving the link to my support group for Afrobeats producers on Telegram, so you can check it out and you can reach out to me directly through that platform. So keep it locked, guys. Stay safe till we meet again. Peace.